Hello and welcome to another episode of Useless Baker. This time we're doing banoffee pie. So to start with, grab about 250-270 grams of digestive biscuits, put them in a bag, and then you can hit it with whatever you want to try and make the crumbs nice and small. Obviously at this point they're still nice and clean, so you could even use a hammer. Try and get rid of as many of the bigger parts as you can. Next we're going to add about 150-160 grams of butter. Take care to remove the stuff that your husband leaves on it, and then put that in the microwave so that it's completely melted. Add your biscuit, mix it as well as you can. You want to try and coat as much of the biscuit as possible with the butter. The butter will act as a sort of cement and it will keep that base from splitting. Pour the biscuit base into your pot or your pan and then smooth it down. Try and make it as even as possible, and then once you're confident it's as even as you want it and you spread it up around the edges, you can put it in the fridge for a couple of hours so that butter will set. Next up, we're going to make our caramel. Taking a shortcut here, and I'm using the carnation caramel. It's so much quicker and easier, and it comes in a really useful size, about 270-290 grams, and it's usually about right for a banoffee pie. We're actually using 2 because of the size of this banoffee pie. So in order to use it straight from the tin, we'll have to whisk it so that it gets rid of all the lumps and it becomes a lot easier to use. As you can see, there are quite a few lumps in it. I mean, it's just lumps of caramel, it's not anything bad, but if you do use it straight from the tin, it's not going to pour very well and it's not going to level out very well, so it's best off to mix it as well as you can. Spread it around. This will be your base of your banoffee pie, and obviously, as we say, waste not, want not. And then we'll go on to a banana. Now I was going to use 4 bananas for this, only my children ate 2 of them, so we're now using 2. I despise bananas. They are absolutely horrible to work with because they're slimy and I really hate them. Taste alright, but I really despise the texture. However, my son loves banoffee pie, so we're persevering. Use your bananas, spread them out as you can. Obviously I would use more normally than this, and then cover with another tin of caramel. Spread it out, and then once you're happy, put it in the fridge about 2 hours, maybe even more. Wait until that caramel has set. Then we're moving on to the double cream. I'm using about 450 mils for this one, and then put it into a stand mixer and on your highest setting so that all the air gets in nicely and it becomes nice and thick. Once you're happy with the consistency of the cream, add a couple of spoonfuls of icing sugar to make a nice sweet topping for your banoffee pie. Make sure you put your lid on your stand mixer. I mean, the icing sugar will get everywhere anyway, but it reduces the mess if you use your lid. As you can see from here, the consistency is quite nice. It's nice and thick. It'll stand up quite nicely, and it will cover your pie without going into your caramel. Spoon your cream onto your pie and then try and spread it out nicely so it sort of evenly covers. And then I usually cover it with whatever decoration that I have to hand. In this case, I'm going to use a bar of milk chocolate, cooking chocolate, and then I'm just going to grate some on. Then I put it back in the fridge for a couple of hours, and then it's ready to use. And you have banoffee pie.